When that Pharaoh chariot comes, I'm gonna leave you. I'm bound for the promised land. I'm gonna leave you.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna leave you.
Farewell, oh farewell, but I'll meet you in the morning. Farewell, oh farewell. They say we do not belong here.
Our skin tone is an off-key in the orchestra of colors.
Now they act like we did not build this nation together.
Like the Industrial Revolution spilled us out of the factories for being colored. All we've ever achieved as a race of peace-loving people is run for our lives.
When you push a man to the wall, he fights back.
We've had enough
of the terror calligraph on our faces.
Of our children learning to run before they crawl.
Of all the shackles that come with living in this so-called free country.
We are tired. We have composed too many dirges for decomposed bodies.
We are tired. We are just few songs away from extinction.
We are tired. Today is our day of retribution.
Today we fight back.
Burn down the streets.
Let our oppressors have a taste of the fire burning in us.
Today we demand the pints of blood for every cut. We will not be civil. Today we take it by force.
Enough! Put down your arms. Put down your arms, please.
And who are you?
Reverend King. But I understand this is not the time for pleasantries. I sympathize with your cause. Indeed, you've been wronged, denied your rights, even robbed of what was left to you. Became impoverished, malnourished, murdered, and punished for the sins of wearing your black skins and believing in what you believe. And it seems Lady Justice takes off her blindfold only to turn a blind eye. And you wonder if chasing after her is the self-fulfilling story of the blind mice. So instead you choose to take laws into your hands. I understand. The whirlwinds of revolt will continue to shake the foundations of our nation until the bright day of justice emerges. But there is something I must say to my people who stand in a warm threshold which leads into the palace of justice. But in the process of gaining our rightful place, we must not be guilty of wrongful deeds. We must conduct our struggle on the high plane of dignity and discipline. So please, I plead that you choose the path of peace.
What is this smelly talk about peace? Please, trash it. You smuggled in too many protests. You begin to forget that your voice here is contraband.
Is that entitlement I see in your eyes? Your pupils must be drunk on fantasy. You will always be beneath us. There is no version of our realities where our cultural values do not precede us. You want to fight fire with fire? Bring it on. We've tamed you before, we can do it again.
What were you saying about dignity and discipline? You want us to dialogue with people who use lynching as a figure of speech, who weaponize their bigotry, strut around with inflated egos looking for the next immigrant to
Calm down! That is what you get for daring to be more than us.
Stand down! It is obvious that this country has given its colored people a bad check. A check that has come back marked insufficient funds. But we refuse to believe that the Bank of Justice is bankrupt. But I have a dream.
So did those who were killed.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
But two wrongs make us even.
Reverend, listen.
No, you listen. Do I need to enumerate that it is inhumane to reduce the minority to a denominator just because they found themselves on the other side of the divide? How many people must die before your bloodthirst is satisfied?
This place is a melting pot of too many contrasting values. They will never accept them as equals.
Do we continue to bear the brunt, their legs on our necks? Do we continue to play the loving partner while they leave us breathless? Literally, there's something flawed about the system and violence will fix it.
Violence goes hand in hand with cowardice. Unable to fight for the truth without bullets, prove that we pick up the pistol because it is easiest to take trigger. It takes courage to fight with dialogues and righteous indignations. Haven't you heard that dead men tell no tales? If we call for annihilation, we can never show for reconciliation.
But we cannot wash off the scars. We cannot bring ourselves into acceptability. We cannot pretend that differences are non-existent. Tell us, where do crush egos go? Is there a place in the universe where hate can hibernate, disappear? What is the meeting point between vengeance and discrimination?
Justice! Attack problems, not people. Attack forces of evil, not persons doing evil. It is how you get your freedom. Community is the framework for the future. It is how we create a better society. Put your ego aside. Know and do what is right despite the difficulty. I believe in our shared humanity, so be peace in body, soul, and spirit. But I have a dream that the world will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice, and that we will one day live in a world where we won't be judged by the color of our skin, but by the content of our character. And we must come together to make this our reality.
When that Pharaoh chariot comes,
I'm gonna leave you.
I'm bound for the promised land.
I'm gonna leave you.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna leave you.
Farewell, oh farewell, but I'll meet you in the morning. Farewell, oh farewell, but I'll meet you in